Hello guys, welcome back to Pitch Intel, and this is my post-match reaction for Tottenham versus Arsenal, ending 4-1 in favor of Arsenal. Now, having beaten Spurs 8-2 aggregate this season, home and away, perfect score, 4-1, 4-1. I now understand why Spurs are being called Spursy by Ange Postecoglou. And I also now understand why nobody should ever depend on Tottenham Hotspur to do you any favors. I now also understand why Tottenham could not do us any favors when we needed them to at least draw Manchester City 2 seasons ago so that we win the league. Because if they drew Man City or they beat Man City that season, we would have been able to clinch the league. But look at them. A terrible team, and it's not about sacking the manager. It's about the core of Tottenham itself. Look at the game today. Arsenal took the game to Spurs, playing on the front foot, which is what we have been, clamoring for all this while. That's what we yearn for as fans. We want to see the players play on the front foot, full attacking flair, and also, making sure that we play with some sort of urgency. We as fans want to see that these players want it as well. They want to win. That's what we want to see. Do you guys want to win as well? And yeah, it's now really, really clear. Today they made a perfect statement by coming back from the draw against Wolves, to beat Spurs today. It was a perfect game. And analyzing this game, I would say my standout performer was Eze. I know it's good to give Gyökeres the man of the match award just to boost, his confidence in some way. But for me, Eze is the guy. Eze that I saw today is the Eze that I saw at Palace. The flair. See, the way players release passes is different from the way Eze gives his passes. It makes it look very easy. It makes it look very stylish. It makes it look very beautiful to watch. That is Eze. Big love to you, Eberichi Eze. I know you could have had a hat trick today. I was so sure you could have had a hat trick if not because of the fact that you got taken off. Well done, bro. And anytime Eze hears Spurs, all the hairs in his body stand at attention. Stand at attention. You could have had a hat trick today. He was the guy because Declan Rice and Zubimendi were rolling behind, doing all the defensive cover and central midfield duties. If you observe this game, Ibericheze was not really taxed with drifting back, coming back to help in attack. And I heard someone saying, "Oh, Ibericheze is not coming back," like Odegaard usually comes back to collect the passes in between the lines to progress the attack. But we don't need to do that because that is why Arsenal don't play on the front foot. If we have our number 10 coming back to collect the ball from the center halves, then there is a problem because we have a number 6, we have a defensive midfielder. We also have a number 8, and in our own number 8 scenario, we usually plays as a pivot. So what are those two guys doing that they cannot progress the ball to the AM? So Eze had the free flow today, the fluidity roaming from the left to the right, and it wasn't, hogging one of the flanks only. You could see his play, his playmaking on the right wing, his playmaking on the left wing, his playmaking on the central areas, and he also tried to assist in the defense. In as much as he wasn't really taxed to doing that, but he did that perfectly. So Eze is my own man of the match. Eze is my man of the match. I mean, Gyökeres, fine. Gyökeres too. Gyökeres has picked. I said it in my video 3 weeks ago. I said that Gyökeres has picked. He has scored 10 goals, right? He has scored 10 goals now in the league. And from what I heard, the 5 of those goals have come from the last 22 days. That's to tell you that he's starting to understand the team. I mean, maybe before, Odegaard would not give him that pass. But he gave him that pass. And apart from Odegaard giving him that pass, he also held it right, put it in his right foot and was shielding off Achigre with his left hand. We all know Gyökeres is really strong. If he gets in front of you, I mean, you need to pray to God. You need to fast that he makes a mistake. probably with his touches before he can get the ball off him. It's really difficult getting that ball off him. I mean, I was as sure as anything that that's going to be a goal. The only other thing that could have stopped it from going in is maybe if Vicario pulled a very brilliant save, you know. But apart from Vicario pulling a brilliant save, there was no way out. There was no way. I mean, everyone was brilliant today. Bukayo Saka, I mean, I've seen the sparks. Now that I've signed the contract, Bukayo, please, please, I need more of the take-ons. Take on the players. See, we even when we play on the front foot and we go all out, you know, to clip these players in their own half. If you take on a player and you lose the ball, trust me, Timber or Zubimendi or Saliba or Gabriel would recover the ball for you. So we should not be playing as though we are scared. Chelsea is up next. I want us to go with the same momentum, even a harder momentum, because the media interruptions in game also wanted to ruin our spark and our flow. Like in the first half, we started the game with a very high intensity and we went on the media blackout for like 6 minutes or more. And when the game now restarted, Spurs grew into the game because they had breathing space, they could re-strategize, they could drink water, you know, and they were able to get back into the game. I want a situation whereby if something like that happens, the game should carry on until that gets fixed on the sidelines. Honestly, the only thing you can tell me is that okay, maybe the line span will not be available because it's probably getting his battery changed or whatnot. I don't know why they wouldn't test this in before the game. It's just terrible from the Premier League. Really, really, really bad. And Timber, this was a good game management. I know one of the reasons he was taken off was because he got a yellow card, but secondly because he was also showing signs of fatigue. He's been showing signs of fatigue all year. So Ateta should start managing him right. Look at Mosquera. Mosquera came in and gave you a blockbuster. You have a guy like Mosquera. See, there is nothing Timber can do that Mosquera cannot do. I'm betting you take it to the bank. I'm not saying you should introduce Mosquera or in for all the games, you know, and maybe he's still young, he's just 21. So at the time I also be trying to manage his game, but he was playing loads of games in Valencia, in as much as the intensity is not the same. But I can see it in this boy called Mosquera that he has the energy, he has the zeal, he has the passion, he has the power to play and match anybody band for band in the Premier League. That is 100% guaranteed. He can match anybody band for band. So I'm not enough of all those, we coming out to try and defend the maybe like at that decision. Like today, he took off Timber, and I'm glad that he took off Timber. Mosquera came in. Hinkapie is another guy that I would want to heap praises on. He was phenomenal today. You could see his defense, you could see his attack, even when he makes what I, Nkape headed the ball out and the ball went out for a corner and he was so angry with himself. That is what I want to see. See, that's what I want to see. I want to see players give us those emotions because we the fans are so emotional at this point. Being that we've been in the title race for 3 consecutive years, we know what we've seen, we know the bands we've faced in the streets. So we want to see the players showing these emotions as well. And in Capi, anytime he makes these very little tiny errors, he's so upset with himself. He picks himself up, and goes again. That's why I love him. I love Nkapi. He did a fantastic job. Gabriel and Saliba composed as ever. If not because of the Declan Rice error, I bet you Spurs wouldn't get a goal today. They wouldn't get a goal. And Igor Tudor, you this sports manager, you need to go and make a phone call to Thomas Frank. It's not about the tactics. Today you try to play 3-4-3, 5 at the back. I don't know what you're trying to do, but the last manager that played 3-4-3 for Manchester United, go and ask him. They paid him out. They paid him off. He cashed out, I think, 11 million pounds or so. So you might be the next, in as much as you only have like 10 more games to go or 11 games to go. Not really a big deal for you. It might not the payout might not be that much, or they might just leave you to go to stay to the end of the season. That's if you do not really get them, because the way Spurs are going, they're just 4 points off the relegation zone. So they are tilting towards relegation more than they're tilting towards the top 10. Ugotudo, you need to learn that this is the Premier League. You need to learn that this is the Premier League. It's not going to be easy. Arsenal is just a litmus test, and you failed. You do have other tough games coming up very soon. So they brought you to save them from relegation. I saw your statistic that you've won all the first games in all the teams you've played ever since started your managerial career. But you see, this is a prem, and it doesn't always go the way you plan it, to be. Zumendi needs to be more forward thinking. Good game today, great game. Just need a bit more forward thinking, and his passes needs to be forward passes, not back passes. I don't like back passes. I hate it, and honestly, I do hate back passes. So yeah, that's it. Trossard, not really a great game, but he really contributed a lot. He contributed a lot. Matt Laney, second half player. Never start a game for us, please. Second half player. Come in with your energy, run the attacks, the attacking line, and also help to do the defensive duties. And you'd be there when we're hanging the medals for the league and the Champions League and the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup, because we are all we're in all the front, and we would most likely win all of them. So let's see how it goes. We'll soon nick the Carabao Cup off the board, and yeah, we'll now be left with 3. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and remember to subscribe to this channel. Please like the video. Yeah, drop a comment as well. Thank you very much for watching up to this point, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.